How are you? Um, so I'm back live again, and I'm here to answer your questions, talk about things that you might want to talk about. Um, I will be making pre-recorded videos again. I might even make one today, but that's depending on various things, so we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, here I am, and as usual, I'll just talk awkwardly until people start popping on. Oh, I just got a like. Hello. Thank you. How are you? Um, and yeah, please feel free to ask questions. And like, oh, I think I already said that, but yeah, I'll say it again. Please feel free to ask questions and suggest things that you'd like me to talk about, tune in with spirit about. And as always, when it comes to all of this stuff, everyone is constantly channeling, and it's either ego, lies, or truth. And then at the same time as well, it's all oneself. So I recognize that my channeling is me just tuning in with what I truly am and speaking with and allowing that. And any characters in spirit form that come through, like Robin Williams, for example, that's still someone that I'm one with, and it's a character I'm making up, character, costume, story. So it's all God, oneself, playing with its imagination, playing pretend inside itself. So I do this recognizing that. So yeah, now I'm sorry, I was just checking something. So I have a couple things that are surfaced to talk about while I wait for people to pop on, if anyone pops on and asks questions. And I'm just trying to... The one is like right there at more surface than the other. I'm just trying to feel if that's what I'm wanting to go with right now. I mean, I know I can just go with that flow of it surfacing, but it's essentially the one that's surfacing most right now is about the joy that we are. But I'm also blocking on, because it was something that I was starting to talk about last time. Hey guys, how are you? If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If there's any topics that you want me to tune in with spirit and talk about, let me know as well. And yeah, thank you for joining. Yeah, with the joy that we are topic, I'm blocking a bit because there was a whole thing to this that I was going to get into last time I went live, but for some reason I've put a block up and I'm struggling to allow the remembering of what that was. So but yeah, ask questions, guys. That's what I'm here for. Ask questions. And because if questions don't start popping in the next 5 minutes, I'm probably just going to go offline and delete this, because I don't want to just sit here live and talk to myself. It's awkward. So I'm going to give it a couple more minutes, and if we don't get people in and talking and asking questions, then I'm going to head out. Aditi, I'm just going to say Aditi, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you so much for subscribing, and hello, thank you for joining. And you're from India. I've got one good friend from India. I haven't talked to her for a while, but yeah, I adore her, and that's really cool. So thank you for joining. I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, like I said, please feel free to ask, and I can tune in and see what comes through for you. So yeah, again, thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, if any of you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and we'll see what comes through. See, and this is part of my problem with my blocking right now, is because when people aren't asking questions, and like there's not like this flow of conversation going, I feel really, really awkward. That's my own ego going off, and I recognize that, and I'll do mental cleanup on it. But I get very awkward, and so then I'm like, I don't really know what to say or do, and then I block what is being. It's not that I get really like, kind of, again, I know it's ego going off, it's picky, but I get kind of picky with wording because like, it's like receiving is like I'm getting something outside of myself, and that's just not true. So it's more like allowing the prompts that are there. That's a good way to put it. Thank you. So when I get awkward, I tend to block the prompts that are there for what to talk about. So I'm in that bit of an awkward space. Aditi says everything is fine. May you are so sweet. Oh, thank you so much. You're sweet too. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Sorry, I get awkward with compliments as well. So, but I very much appreciate it. Thank you. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. So. Okay, so the one thing that that's definitely surfacing right now until people start asking questions, if they do, I've been reading through, I still haven't read it. My friend gave me the Celestine Prophecy forever ago, around the time when I hit my awakening, and I still haven't read through the whole thing. And I know the different reasons why, but I'm starting to read through it again, and I just read through, so it was interesting because the part that I had, oh, well, no, that was from a different time. It's still interesting. So I just read through this part that I'm getting the prompt to talk about. So again, even though I'm talking about this, if you have questions, please feel free to ask. I would love to channel for you guys, so just let me know, or if there's anything else you want me to talk about, let me know as well. So with the Celestine Prophecy, I just came across this part here, and I'm getting like the prompt to talk about it and explain more of the truth that's underneath it, because there's definitely truth that reflects in this book, but there's also ego lies that are reflecting in this book, and that's what I had come across. It's going into a bit of the ego lie aspect, which isn't wrong or bad. It's just not a part of truth. So essentially, I'm not going to get into what the book is about, because that doesn't really matter. What matters is just the part that we're talking about. Like, you don't need to know what the book's about in order to talk about this part. So it's talking about so when you observe energy flowing between people, it talks about dominating another makes the dominator feel powerful and knowledgeable, but it sucks the vital energy out of those who are being dominated. It makes no difference if we tell ourselves that we're doing it for the person's own good, or that they're our children and therefore we should be in control of the time. The damage still occurs. You saw that when someone is dominating you psychically, they actually take your mind away. It's not as if you lose some intellectual debate with them. You didn't have the energy or mental clarity to debate with. All your mental power was going to this other person. Unfortunately, this kind of psychic violence happens all the time throughout human culture, often by otherwise well-meaning people. So it's talking, and then it talks about how the physical world is actually a vast system of energy. And for a long time, we humans have unconsciously been competing for the only part of this energy. We've been open to the part that flows between people. This is what human conflict has always been about at every level, from all the petty conflict in families and employment settings to wars between nations. It's the result of feeling insecure and weak and having to steal someone else's energy to feel okay. So bear with me. I'm almost done reading the passage, and I'm going to explain the truth underneath of what's actually being said. And then it talks about the only reason that any conflict can't be immediately be settled is that one side is holding onto an irrational position for energy purposes. And then it said, but once humans understand their struggle, we would immediately begin to transcend this conflict. We begin to break free from the competition over mere human energy, because we would finally be able to receive our energy from another source. So with all that being said, again, if you have any questions that you want me to channel answers for, other topics that you want me to talk about, let me know and we can go into that. In the meantime, to explain this, so there's a lot of false evidence appearing real, ego, lie, reflection in that passage that I just read. Absolute truth and things that I will never indulge in ever again is any kind of psychic violence or psychic attacks. That is absolutely not true. Can we play with the illusion of these things? And can it look and feel real? Sure, absolutely. But is it actually real? Absolutely not. And the only reason why we play it out that way is because we put belief into that and cling on to it, and then we choose, then because we're choosing that, we project it out and have it reflect back at us. So there, and especially when you remember, first of all, there is no other. We aren't technically even separate souls or spirits. We're all one. And if we need something a bit more zoomed in and more solid, you know, science even shows energy can't be separated or destroyed, and we are made out of energy. So there is no other. And that energy that because they're talking about two different energies, this one that when we realize that there's this energy, other energy, we can pull from that instead of the energy that flows between people. That is all the energy there is. It's all one energy. So, and so what that's really actually talking about is ego playing with ego. And again, it's not that it's two separate things of ego, but semantics, word's sake, just bear with me on the wording. But that's basically just ego insanity. That's what that's actually talking about. Just using very zoomed down language and false evidence appearing real language, talking about other people. It's not that it's other people taking energy from each other and dominating each other. No, it's all is energy, one self is one with, playing as one allows. It's all costumes, character stories. Even everyone watching and listening to this is all costumes, character stories that I'm making up, and vice versa. It's all one. So it's, again, this flow, this energy flow between people, that's just what is. It's love, it's God, it's source, it's our true self. Energy, it's what is. And then we just choose to play pretend with our imagination inside ourselves and mask this energy with our made up illusion tools of false evidence appearing real, ego, shadow, illusion. And then that's where ego's insane and it plays pretend with duality, and then we get this ego to ego conflict. But again, that's not actually real. Yes, embrace where we're playing pretend at the same time, remember what the truth is and do the mental cleanup to let go of what isn't real to allow what is. And then this other source that they're talking about. So what that's essentially saying is, as we wake up and remember that all is God's source, and that's what our real power and limitlessness is, and it's under thy will, so it's safe and it's equal and it's shared for all because all is one. We remember we don't need to be playing with the ego. And actually the ego gives us the illusion of pain and separation and death, and that's not wrong or bad. It just is in the illusion of it doesn't feel good, and look at what it looks like. So, and actually it's funny. So it's funny right now because I just got a text message from, who is he? The premier of, I don't even know. Politics is just like melting away for me. And absolutely, Aditi is just asked if they can ask a question. And absolutely, please ask a question. I want you to. I want you guys asking questions. I don't like talking just to myself. So yes, please feel free to ask a question. But yeah, so once we remember that, like, this is what our real power and limitless is, and it's everyone, this whole, and we don't need to play with the illusion of pain, you know, then we let go of that illusion and we allow what is, and then we stop playing with that illusion of duality and attack and whatnot, and it's just this beautiful love and peace and calm and bliss and all that stuff. So Aditi is saying, okay, I'm guessing they're saying I have a question. I'm guessing they're typing out, so I'm just gonna wait. Like, well, obviously I'm sitting here. I'm sorry. And then I know I don't need to apologize. I'm like, I am so awkward. So yeah, I got the prompt to share that and talk about that a little bit. if you guys have any questions about it or want clarifying, let me know. If anyone else has any questions that they want me to tune in with Spirit and channel answers for, let me know. If you have any other topics that you want me to talk about and tune in with Spirit, let me know. And again, when I say tune in with Spirit, it's really, in truth, it's just my allowing what I truly am and whatnot. It's all oneself. So yeah, all right, I'm just waiting here for Aditi's question, and in the meantime, it's it's because I know, because there's a question that's coming up, I'm not gonna turn this off, but it's outside of that, it's difficult for me not to end this right now, because it's, again, it's really hard for me to sit here and just talk to myself. It's one thing to make a pre-recorded video and upload it where it's just me talking to the camera, but when I'm live, it feels different, and I don't know what to say, or yeah, I don't know. It's really hard for me not to end this right now, because I know that Aditi said that she has a question. I'm assuming she's typing it out, because all I'm seeing is the last thing she said is, okay, I have. She, he, I'm so sorry. Yeah. So I'm, again, just going to be honest, I feel really awkward. And now I'm feeling really stupid for going live too, because, oh, hey Vibing Life, how are you? I'm good, thank you. Feeling very awkward right now with the lack of talking and questions. So unless questions start kicking in, thank you, I appreciate it. Vibing Life just said, don't feel silly. I'm trying not to. I know it's my ego going off. But unless questions start kicking in and conversation starts flowing, I'm just going to end this, and I'm probably not going to upload it, because it's just awkward, and I'm just in the ego judgment of, like, this whole thing is just not you guys, me, and doing this live right now is just dumb, because it feels like there's no point. So, and I just feel very, very, very awkward. I honestly don't know what to say. Okay, so Aditi says here, I have been in a relationship. Oh, and Vibing Life says, Vibing Life says, I have a question. Oh, please feel free to ask. And then they also said, I understand the mind, right? That ego mind getting in there. So Aditi says, I've been in a relationship for 5 years. Is he my future spouse? Will we get married? We are in long distance relationship. His name is Sushant. He's also from India, but our culture is different. Sorry for posting late. Actually, I'm not too good in English. No worries. Oh, dude, your English, you're doing excellent. So, and honestly, like, before I get into your question, just a side note on that comment about not too good in English. The way I look at it is, you're speaking 2 languages and I can only speak 1. So, good on you. like honestly, that's awesome. So, no, like, be gentle with yourself. I can understand everything that you're saying, and you know, like I said, you're speaking 2 languages, so, like, that's more than what I can do. So, if anything, I'm like, it's all me that's, like, judgmental against myself on that. So, okay. So, again, I'm just going to read your question again. I've been in a relationship for 5 years. Is he my future spouse? Will we get married? We are in a long-distance relationship. His name is Sushant. He's also from India, but our culture is different. Okay, so I just had something pop in my head as I was reading that, and it felt very subtle, but it felt like I did feel a touch on my leg, but it felt a little too subtle for it to be, okay, this hand's getting gripped onto. Let me just tune in a bit more, and just before I say what I feel like I'm receiving, I just want to really make sure that this is what I am receiving, allowing. Sorry, just bear with me. Okay, I am feeling like they're kind of subtle, but I am feeling like different touches, and it actually feels now like I'm getting an injection in my arm, which it's technically a metaphor of like upgrades, which is just more of my allowing more of what's real. So the fact that I'm feeling that right now, along with the subtle touches, I'm gonna go with what I'm receiving. And again, as always, if I end up getting any of this wrong, I do apologize. I'm just being honest with what I receive. And again, this hand is being gripped onto really strongly. That's my biggest indicator. This hand's being gripped onto really strongly, especially these fingers right here. But like my whole hand is just being held onto really strongly. So that for me is confirmation on what I'm receiving. So what I've received, what I'm receiving, technically allowing, um, it does feel like I'm getting a yes. Like the thought feel I'm getting is a yes at the same time. Okay, my leg just got touched. My knee, well, right above my knee. That's why I looked down over this way, because I was like, was that my blanket, or I've got my Kleenex box beside me? I was like, did one of them touch? I'm like, no, there's nothing there. Well, it looks like there's nothing there, spirit, but you know. So I'm getting a yes at the same time. The other aspect that I'm getting to it as well is like that there's work to be done, and like that there's hurdles that you guys are gonna have to work through. But it does feel like a yes. That like, so it feels like there's work. It feels kind of like both ends, on both ends, that there's self-work on both ends that still needs to be done before this. And then it feels like there's some hurdles within that, but then hurdles extending from just the two of you, if that makes sense. And my side just got poked. So again, I hope I'm getting this right, and yeah, thank you for asking. And again, if I end up getting it wrong at all, I do apologize. But I'm always just going to be honest on what it feels like I'm receiving, and the physical confirmation really helps. Like I said, this hand is being held onto really strongly. So, and then Aditi says, yes, there is so many hurdles. Okay, so there are hurdles. Okay, so I was getting that right, because I kept getting a feeling of yes, but then I was getting, work to be done and hurdles. Work to be done and hurdles. Work to be done and hurdles. That's what I kept getting in my head. So, yeah, thank you for asking. I appreciate that. And then Vibing Life says, the second one is, oh wait, hang on a second. I need to go. I missed one. Okay, so Vibing Life says, I have 2 questions if you don't mind. Not at all. Ask as many as you want. Please ask questions. I prefer when you guys ask questions. It helps me to stay on here and not feel so awkward. So, Vibing Life says, first one is, can you see what job opportunity coming for me soon? If so, can give me an idea. So, what kind of job opportunity, what kind of job it might be? Okay, so, and again, I need to trust myself, because it does feel like, I feel like the back of my leg just got itchy, and like in a way where it feels like it's spirit touching me, and like I'm resisting the touch, if that makes sense. And again, this hand's getting gripped onto, and as I was moving this hand, it's more subtle, but I can feel my hands being held onto. Essentially, it's like, so this is my hand, and it's like spirit's holding onto my hand like this. So it does feel like a yes, and immediately, like I have in my head computers, something to do with computers. I don't know if it'd be office work or working from home, which would still be like probably like a type of office work. Possibly extending somehow into social media. Okay, my side just got tickled. Yeah. Yeah, I just got a good poke on my side there. That's why I kind of went like that, because yeah. So that's physical confirmation on that. I hope that makes sense and resonates. Let me know. And then, oh, and is there any kind of timeline? Again, time is tricky. because of various reasons, there's only now. There is no past or future. It is only now. Plus, we're making all this up and we're constantly shifting dreams, illusions, whatever word you want to utilize for this. And we do choose what we navigate through. And so it's time stuff can be tricky. It does feel like I am getting in the next few months. So again, I'm hoping I'm getting that right, and if I end up being wrong at all about it, I deeply apologize, but thank you. And then Vibing Life says the second one is, will Bunny and I eventually buy a home in my location by next year? That was our plan. If so, is it 3 or 4 bedroom? Okay, so will they be buying a home in the next year? Okay, my foot just got tickled right away. I got within the next year or 2, and my foot immediately got tickled. So in the next year or 2, that's what I'm receiving, allowing. And then will it be a 3? And then you said, will it be a 3 or 4 bedroom? 3 or 4. Okay, bear with me. This one's feeling a bit harder for me for some reason. Hang on. Are you bouncing between if you want a 3 or 4? Like, do you keep going back and forth between if you want a 3 or 4? If I'm getting that wrong, because it feels like, because what I'm feeling like is the reason why I'm not necessarily getting a straight answer is because I'm picking up on my heel just got a subtle poke. I'm picking up on like your guys's indecisiveness on if you want a 3 or 4, and that if that's the case, that would make sense because this is a dream you're making up, and so it's whatever it ends up being is what it's your script, your storyline, your movie. You know, you're writing the script, you're making it up, you're quote unquote projecting it out. So, and again, if I'm getting that wrong, I'm sorry. So let me know if that makes sense. Okay, so you said you prefer okay. Oh, okay. So Vibing Life says that they prefer a 4, but he wants less bedrooms. So that's what it is. There's an indecisiveness between the two of you. So I'm picking up on that. Okay, so I'm trying to see what it's going to be once you guys get past what the indecisive, like once you get through the indecisiveness and make a decision, like what that decision's going to end up being. And it's funny because I keep getting like 3.5 bedrooms, and I'm like, but I don't think there's such thing as like a half a bedroom. It's like half bathrooms. So, but again, I feel like that was just the reflection of like that kind of in between space between the 4 and the 3, like between you and him, and there's that half part, like that. If that makes sense, it's the reflection of that. It's not necessarily that it's going to be a 3.5 bedroom. Okay, so what I just got, and my foot got stroked when I got this, was you're going to make the decision that's right for you guys. I'm sorry. And it feels like the reason why you're getting that answer instead of a straight, it's going to be this many bedrooms, is because it's something for you guys to work through. Like, so focusing on you specifically, there's opportunity to mental cleanup and surrender and say, like, show me what to do and make it obvious. Show us what to do and make it obvious. So I think that's where it's coming from. It's not think that's what I feel like that's where this is coming from. It's trying to remind you that the power's in your hands. And I hope that's making sense. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to actually get a number on the bedrooms. It really feels like that's what the answer is, that they're us, spirit, our true self is choosing to give right now, is you're going to make the decision that works best for the both of you. And I'm feeling laughter there too with this, like spirit's finding it really funny. I mean, we find everything funny. We laugh with everything. So this isn't an exception technically, but that is being surfaced is the laughing with. There's something that's really funny about the situation, and it's almost like they want to tease you. See, I'm hesitant on saying this because I'm like, what if it's wrong? It feels like there's a tease in there going, maybe you're going to want 5 or 6 bedrooms because of how many kids you guys are going to have. But like, I'm hesitant on saying that because what if that's not something that happens, or it's just being playful. But so, again, though, I just want to be honest in what I'm receiving. So, yeah. And I know I've got other comments to go back to. I'll get there in a second. Oh, hi, Rebecca. How are you? Thank you for stopping in. Vibing Life is saying, ha, ha, ha. That's totally fine. Yes, it is in my hands of what I want. We do laugh about it. You guys do laugh. Oh, so you guys laugh about it too, so I'm picking up on that as well. There you go. So that's really cool. And then Vibing Life is all saying, one, too funny. I was saying that due to how many kids we may have. That there you go. That's fun. Thank you. So that's confirmation on what I'm receiving. So thank you. That's really cool. Thank you for that. That's really cool. Thank you. All right, let's see here. Aditi says, thank you so much. You are so sweet and kind. Oh, thank you so much. You're so sweet and kind. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And then, so Vibing Life said, I prefer remote jobs. You saying at home. It's that kicked in. I saw, because it's not that I heard the word computer, I saw an image. Now, apparently my age just showed in my own reflection on what I allowed, because I didn't hear anything. I got a very strong visual of a computer, but it was like the old computers back in like the 90s that I grew up with. Like the big white computers with the big back and everything, like, and the big white clicky keyboards and everything. Like, that's the visual I got. So my illusioned age kind of reflected in the visual I received, which is kind of funny. But I got a very strong visual of the computer, and then it felt office work, and then it flowed into possibly homework at home. So that it does feel like it could be from home. It does feel like that, yes. But again, if I'm getting any of this wrong, I apologize. Aditi says, your nature is so warming. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I know in truth, again, we're all God, which is unconditional love, peace, joy, warmth, happiness. And it's not feelings, it's our state of being. Within this illusion, though, I've been playing with the illusion of being especially, my life blew up on me about 5 years ago, and it blew up on me a lot over and over and over again, which, zooming out, I understand why it all happened. Big tower moments that I needed to happen. At the same time, in my illusion ego judgment, it's made me, I've been in the illusion of, it's made me feel and be very angry and cold and jaded and frustrated and I feel like I've just been operating so much from that space. So, and I am working on myself, and I'm seeing how I'm making huge strides. But I definitely have my moments, for sure. I won't deny that. But I am working on myself, and I've always just wanted to be one of those people that it's making me want to cry. I've always wanted to be one of those people that people just feel happy and calm and at peace with, like, like those people that just make you feel good and warm, and like you've known them forever, and there's no judgment, and it's just, they're easy to talk to, and like, that's the kind of person I've always wanted to be. But now, again, though, zooming out, I know what this is, and it's it's me playing pretend with this costume and character, and I'm working on allowing what we truly are to shine through myself and be what I truly am. So thank you for that. I really appreciate it. I am working on myself, so thank you. So then Vibing Life says, it's okay. I'm hoping for a few months for a job. So you're hoping in the next few months as well. So there you go. That's cool. Let's see here. Vibing Life says, you're welcome, metaphorically with the computers, right? That's funny. Excuse me. And now Vibing Life is saying, do you feel the job is on Indeed? I was looking for a nonprofit or youth remote job or coordinating. Nothing sticking out yet. I will be patient enough. maybe that's where I'm seeing some of the social media stuff kicking in, is like, because nonprofit, like, that can tie in with social media for, like, you know, advertising and trying to gain, you know, awareness and networking and all of that stuff. So maybe that's where I'm seeing some of the social media kicking in. Do I feel if the job is on Indeed? Let's see. Hang on, I'm going to take a sip of water. Okay. Is the job on Indeed? My foot just got touched when I had the thought come in my head of, or the words come in my head of, keep looking online. Okay, my toes are being played with. Keep looking online on other websites, other job search sites, other websites. Look at the different websites of different organizations you might want to be working for. Okay, yeah, my foot's getting tickled. Okay, yeah, look at the different websites that of the organizations you want to work for. You know, look at if they've got any hiring pages, or even if you like start looking at, like, not necessarily that you're going to actually volunteer first, but look at the volunteering, like if there's a volunteering section, look at the contact us information, and like even just throw out emails out there, even if there's nothing showing about hiring, just contact them, be like, tell them that you're interested, put yourself out there. It doesn't necessarily feel like it's specifically from Indeed, but there is that direction of look online, and it's not saying that, like, it doesn't feel like don't keep looking on Indeed, but it does feel like look at these different websites. It feels like something's going to pop up for you with that, whether it's going to be a job or something to inspire you when it comes to work, or it feels like there's something there, if that's making sense. So again, I hope that's helpful. And again, I just also got the reminder as well, which I know you know, as we talk about it often, but there's that reminder there again of do the mental cleanup on it, any tension with any thoughts or feelings that you have in any form about it, like any tension in any form when it comes to thoughts and feelings about this, like face, feel, and embrace it, and then do the mental cleanup and sit with truth and surrender it. And then again, also, you know, along with surrendering, saying like, show me what to do and make it obvious, show me through whatever form what I'm supposed to do. Guide me this way, you know. And it can come through, for some reason I'm getting the prompt to share, because it can be in ways that seem subtle and not as obvious, you might even question it. So, and I think that's why I'm getting the example to share that I'm about to, and I'm going to get to your comment that you just popped in a second here. But so with myself, I got the prompt the other night. I had come across a reel on Facebook, and it was about these different things, different scenarios with different people about, you know, God, our true self, like doing these really cool things with and for them and whatnot. It's all oneself. But anyway, so that night I had turned to, so with two examples with this, I had turned to God, Spirit, our true self, and I said, if it's worth it for me to keep trying, to keep sticking this. Now again, I know, zooming out, the truth is the whole point of me being here is to wake up, remember what I truly am, and be and allow that. That's the point. That being said, in my ego illusion gameplay, I, you know, turn to God, our source, our true self, saying, you know, if it's worth it for me to keep staying in this, if there's something actually big here waiting for me, and it's worth it to not transition myself out. And I said, so I did this all in my head. I didn't say anything out loud. I said, show me something in the form of a kangaroo. And then I'll get to the second one in a second, because I got to explain this first, because it flows into the next part. And then it hit me when I said that, in my head, of course, it hit me that I said that when I said that I was like watching different nature documentaries. Hey Latoya, how are you? Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, or if you want me to talk about anything, please let me know. And Vibing Life, I will, Do I do general reads? Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. And Vibing Life, I'll get to your second comment here in a second once I finish explaining this. Thank you, Latoya. And yeah, so I'd said, so then I said, you know, if it pops up in any of these nature documentaries, that's not going to count because I'm already watching them. So after several minutes after I had done that and I kind of just moved on, it hit me that I've been in the middle of rewatching for the zillionth time Modern Family. And I remembered that there's an Australian episode, and in this episode, like an episode that takes place in Australia, and in this episode there's an act like you see a kangaroo. And so then I did say, okay, like Modern Family won't count, because I knew like I hadn't come across this episode yet and so I knew it was coming up, but I just consciously didn't know when this episode. It could have been like several seasons from where I was at, or it could have been coming up in this season. I didn't know, but I did know I hadn't come across it yet from what I've already watched this round of watching it. So later that evening, or the next time, it was either that evening or the next morning, whenever I put Modern Family on again, I finished up the episode that I had been on, which was about 5-10 minutes left, and the next episode came on, and it was the episode that had taken place in Australia with the kangaroo. And looking back at it now, it does seem and feel like I was getting the prompt to say kangaroo, because Spirit God, our true self, knew the next episode was going to be the kangaroo episode. With that being said, I was like, maybe that's just me, and because I knew it was coming up, so I subconsciously picked kangaroo, like I'm questioning it, right? So then I picked 3 other things, well, technically 2 other things in my head, again, didn't say anything out loud, but one of the things, which I'm not going to say out loud because it's still in there, and I don't want to, I'm in the illusion of like the algorithm will hear, and if something pops up on my phone, then that's just the algorithm listening to me. But the one thing that I'm going to explain in a second, I was getting mixed up with one of the other two, with one of the 2 things that I had picked myself. This other thing kept popping in my head, and it was lullabies. I was getting it mixed up with it. Every time I went to go think of the other one, I would either think of this instead or think of this along with it. So I was like, okay, fine, lullabies. Show me something in the form of lullabies in some way. And then I tried to not put any like time limit on it. Literally last night, so this just happened in the past like 48 hours, and last night one of my longtime best friends, doesn't matter, someone very close to me, she had sent me a video asking what this tune is, because she had gone to the thrift store that evening and she had bought, you know, like those tiny little like music boxes that you like turn the crank and it's like the little metal thing and with the little spikes and it like plays music. She had that. She's like, help me figure out what this tune is. And I was like, it sounds so familiar. It's so familiar. It was not a lullaby. It ended up being the theme for Swan Lake. However, I Googled, and this is where it's spinning back to what Vibing Life and what we're talking about with this is, and how it can be subtle and it might not look like it, but it is, because I Googled, because I'm struggling, like, I know this song, I know this, what is it? And I Googled what songs are generally used for these little music boxes, and the first thing that popped up in the Google AI overview was lullabies, and it named different lullabies. And I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't even thinking of lullabies. I was thinking of, like, different classical music stuff, you know, or, like, themes from, like, or, like, the other thing I was thinking of was either something classical, or it was like Phantom of the Opera, which I knew it wasn't, but my mind kept going to Phantom of the Opera, or like some sort of like movie song in a movie. I was not going to lullabies. So that was really cool. So when it comes to like, so going back to Vibing Life's question, I was getting the prompt to share these 2 examples because I questioned the first one, and the second one, it seems so subtle, and it just like, really, is that it? But it can be that small of a signal, you know. It doesn't have to be this big in your face thing, and if you are questioning everything, do the mental cleanup on it as well. So I know that was really long-winded to explain, but thank you for listening to all of that, and I hope it makes sense. It's like I said, surrender it and then just let it flow through. And if you see a signal or a sign, even if it seems like it's subtle or like, really, is that really one? It's there for a reason. So, oops, and I just dropped my lid for my water bottle. Sorry. Hang on. There we go. Okay. So Vibing Life then says, yeah, that makes sense. LOL. I saw a place where you do activities with seniors. It shows got water on my lip. Okay, so yeah, that makes sense. I saw a place where you do activities with seniors. It shows volunteering, then a career opportunity. Makes sense. I'll do a mental cleanup. Well, that is so cool. Volunteering turning into career opportunity, and there you go. So that's a thing. So thank you for sharing that. And then Vibing Life said, I'm still listening to you. Thank you for listening. And then they also said, learning to not question it is true. I do say, Lord, guide me because I know my passion and purpose. I need a sign. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, just, yeah. Like you said, just surrender it. Show me what to do. Make it obvious. And then I would suggest, again, I know you know this, so this is a reminder technically for myself, but a reminder for everyone. What I always try to remember to do when I'm talking with God, I always do it with the acknowledgement that it's me talking to myself. Sorry, if I'm doing this, it's just because it feels like my nose ring's twisting out. I want to get a hoop, but I need money for it. All my money goes towards bills and groceries, and by the time I'm done with that, I'm like, I don't have enough for a hoop. So I'm sorry. I know I keep playing with it, but it feels like it's twisting out. So just bear with me. I am going to buy a hoop one of these days. I'm waiting for that month when I've got a little extra in there to do it. So just bear with me. And then, so yeah, so I always just remember that when I'm talking with God, I always do it with the acknowledgement that it's me talking with myself. And then I'll be honest with God and be like, I know it's just me talking to you, and now I feel awkward. And when I've done that, that's when I've been in a vision where I've been lifted up in a form that I've made up of God, and then I go into this peace and bliss. So that's kind of cool. Latoya says, may I please have a general, whatever you see or pick up around my energy? I really need to know about people or things. Thank you again. You're very welcome. Okay, so let's see. Hang on, just bear with me. I'm getting a little cool with my fans blowing on me here. And it's distracting me. And I'll take a sip of my water too, because my mouth's dry and that distracts me as well. And I feel like I'm getting a prompt to pull from one or both of my decks here with you for that. So just bear with me. I might end up doing that too. Okay, so I'm just asking for any message, advice, reminders. Oh my goodness, my chakra system immediately just started going off, especially very strongly my root sacral chakra, and then the next strongest is my crown chakra. Holy poop. And I know that again, that's me tapping into something when that happens. So, okay, so let me just see what I'm actually receiving about this then. So I'm just asking for, like I said, any messages, reminders, advice, suggestions, anything in general for you. Okay, so, and my foot's getting gripped onto, well, around my toes and just under my toes, it's being held onto really strongly right now as well. So what just kicked in, now this song has been playing in my head off and on pretty consistently for the past couple days. That being said, it just kicked in again right now, and I know that's for a reason. I don't know if you know the song Gang of Rhythm by Walk Off the Earth. I'll probably upload this when it's done, now that we've got people coming and asking questions. They're playing with my feet, so there we go. There's a reason for this. So I'll put the link in the description as well. But it's the lyrics that I'm getting are, hang on, just let me listen again, because I know the whole song, so I want to focus on the part that's actually playing in my head. We're chained to the gang of rhythm, the song is never done, come on now everyone, yeah, come on now everyone. And when the night is done, these dreams will hold on strong, these chords will carry on long after we're gone. There's no worries on the earth tonight, we're all walking off the world tonight. And then it goes back in the chorus, come on now everyone, yeah, come on now everyone. We're like, hang on. Oh yeah, thank you. We're like, I was blocking that part for a second. We're like a locomotive underneath the big hot sun. We're chained to the gang of rhythm, the song is never done. Come on now everyone, yeah, come on now everyone. So that's what's playing in my head right now, particularly the chorus. And that is just, so that song is I'm asking for help on words with this. It is an ascension, awakening song. It's the reminder there, like we're chained to the, it's making me want to cry. And it's funny because this was one of the things, the beginning of this video, before people started talking, I was saying that there's multiple things in my head that I'm being prompted to talk about, and this is actually going into one of the things that, it was like the second one that was like most surfaced. In fact, it was more surfaced than the joy one, but for some reason, but now I know why I resisted, or maybe I got that, I was receiving that, the illusion of resistance, because it was meant to be brought up now, which is, so we're chained to the gang of rhythm. This song is never done. So it's that reflection of the oneness that we actually are. And I'm going to use myself as an example because this is what I was being prompted to share with earlier, which is there was within the past couple months, I think it was back in June, I was in the illusion of like really high anxiety, upset, like suicidal ideation, all of that. And I went inside my head, I went to call out help to God, which again, I did it with the acknowledgement of it's myself I'm turning to, and I don't actually need help. It's just me like letting, like opening up to allow what's real to take over. I acknowledge it with the zoomed out truth. But in my mind, as I opened my mouth to say help, I had every intention of, in my mind, saying the word help. It came out in song. And like, so it's like, you know, like in movies and shows and whatever, like you get like the angels going like, oh, like that. It was like that, but it wasn't just one long continuous tune. It was like, it was different notes, like up and down, different kind of notes. I can't reiterate it right now. I can't sing. Plus I'm not allowing that flow through that strongly at the moment. And a friend of mine, actually, well, Julie, I'll try to remember to also link her YouTube into this as well. She pointed out Universe one song, like when I was talking to her about this and how it was, because again, completely unexpected. And this has happened a couple times now, not just with asking for help. When I go to speak in my mind to spirit, God, or true self, it starts to come out and I start singing in some way. And like, I've never done that before, not like this. So, she pointed out, my foot just got tickled, thank you, Universe one song, and the song that we are together. And that's what's kicking in with this. And it's funny because I was going to talk about that at the beginning. So I'm getting this, and it's the reminder to you about how we're all one and we're all connected. And I don't know if there's something about you're struggling with some sort of form of like someone in your life has maybe transitioned. I don't know if it's been recent or in your past, or there's a fear of it happening in like in a past future. There's no past or future, but you know what I mean. Or if there's a fear there, but it feels like there's something with the illusion of transition, like quote unquote death. And it's this reminder, if I'm getting that right, if that's the case, it's the reminder to you that like that is just an illusion. And we are all together, like, and we're all walking off the earth tonight. Come on now, everyone, come on now. You know, like, we're all doing it together. We're all chained to the gang of rhythm. There is no transitioning out. It's all is here with you always, and you're so supported, and it's making me want to cry because it just feels so strong, and it's so powerful, and it's so beautiful. And I know I'm only tapping into a small level of this right now, but like, it's just that reminder of how so loved and supported and carried and guided you are always, and it's all you as well. But it's just that reminder. I just feel like you're needing, almost quote unquote needing. In truth, we don't need, but in this illusion right now, it feels like you're needing this reminder of how loved you are and how all is with you, how together you are with all. And my foot's getting gripped onto really strongly right now. Let's see here. I'm still tuning in with you. I just wanted to check and see if you were saying anything else yet. Okay. So that's what I'm receiving so far for you, Latoya. See, I just went to like focus in again, and immediately that song starts playing in my head. Yeah, I know this song is I'm supposed to be sharing it with you. Like I said, I'm going to try to remember to put the link in here, in the description after when I go to upload this. And my foot just got tickled again, like stroked. So there's confirmation on that. So along with that, okay, this makes sense as well, because you, like, I tuned into the part you said about, you know, what you need to know about, let me pull this back up again. Sorry, give me a second here. What you need to know about people or things. That was it. I had that in my head, but I was struggling to get it from my head to my mouth. Sorry. And as soon as I focused on that part again, immediately I got, and it makes sense because it goes along with that, with what I just shared with you. It's that reminder of, you're getting the reminder of how everyone and everything is your own reflection. That's that whole, what you need to know about other people and everything. It's that reminder there that everyone and everything is your own reflection. It's all metaphorical reflections of thoughts, feelings, intentions, beliefs, focus that you're choosing to cling onto within yourself. And it's either coming from ego, like the illusion tools of ego, illusion, shadow, false evidence appearing real, or it's reflections of truth, love, God, our true self, the oneness that we truly are, that gang of rhythm that we truly are together. And again, this is important because this is how the operating system of this illusion works. It's not that something happens to us and then we think and feel. We think and feel, and then we project out, and then we navigate through. And again, and I know I've said this with other people, but there's a reason why I do get the prompt to say this, because it is for a reason, and my arm is getting played with right here as I'm saying this, is you're ready for this. Like, and it's not that you necessarily didn't already know, but you're ready for this message through me. You're here asking me about this for a reason, and you're receiving this for a reason, because you're ready for that. You're ready to do more of that mental cleanup. And if something, you're in the illusion of some sort of tension or attack or sickness or illness or whatever, like, yes, it's okay to utilize the illusion tool of boundaries if that illusion needs services. Absolutely. I'm not saying any different. At the same time, you're ready to really step up and do the mental cleanup, accept and take responsibility over the fact that this is a dream you're making up. I'll use I language. You know, it's I'm taking responsibility over the fact that, and I'm working on taking responsibility over the fact that this is a dream I'm making up, and everyone, like all of you guys, are all my reflections. I'm your reflection, you know. So I hope that all makes sense. And it's funny, I thought that I was going to get the prompt to pull from one of the cards, but no, I think that's what they really want you to focus on. So like I said, I'll put the yeah, the song is meant for you to listen to. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah, you are meant to listen to it. Now, remember, it's not necessarily literal. It's the truth meanings underneath it. So, again, if there's any, like, ego stuff there, that's not real, but, like, there's that truth underneath it. So just keep that in mind when you're listening to the song. So I'm just going to scroll back up here. I know I've missed a bunch of comments because I was doing a lot of talking there. So thank you for your patience. So Vibing Life saying, yeah, I remember. I appreciate your story. I resonate with it completely. I used to do that with asking for a specific sign. I will do that again. This is a reminder, trust, intuition. Absolutely. And that's just it. Like, and it's okay if you go in a place of distrust or lack of faith, that's okay too. It's just opportunity to do mental cleanup on that as well. So yeah, absolutely. And Vibing Life saying, thank you again. You're very welcome. Thank you. And then they're also saying, you look like you would have a nose ring. I have one. Thank you. I did have one. And then I had been, so when I hit my, so I actually have, well, not a whole bunch of piercings. I got my nose ring. I've got one up here, and I've got 3 down here on each ear. But when I first hit my awakening, someone had told me about, you know, stones and rings and all this stuff can, like, ground you and block you from, like, channeling and all this stuff, and all illusion, lie, ego gameplay. And I understand that now, but I had taken all of my, like, jewelry out, and in that process I lost my nose ring. My hoop anyway, and so I only have my little stud here, and you can't really see it very well, but it constantly, like it's like the stud with the curve, and it constantly, like, feels like it's popping out, and I need a new hoop. So I'm gonna work on getting one. And Loyal 22 says, hi, may I ask a question? And I had said yes, absolutely. And then, yeah, Vibing Life says you can post questions. Absolutely. So Loyal22 says, is the Job Care C the right fit for me at the moment, or Wake Health? Job Care C or Wake Health? I always take a sip of water for the most part before I tune in. It just, my mouth goes dry, and then it also helps me focus, and yeah. I'll lose and stuff, but still. Okay. Okay, so Job Care C or Wake Health, which one? Okay. My foot just got tickled immediately as the moment I said Job Care C. So let me just focus more and like see if I can get, my foot just got tickled again. And it's being gripped onto. It feels, so from the physical touches I'm getting, Job Care C. At the same time, there's also that reminder there of do the mental cleanup on this. Face and feel and embrace what you're feeling with both of them, and then do the mental cleanup on it, where there's tension on any of it, on any thoughts or feelings, wherever there's any form of tension, and then surrender it. Say, show me what to do and make it obvious. And if there's indecisiveness, that's okay. Sit with the indecision and then make the decision when it feels obvious to make that decision and you feel that natural prompt. So, see, I went to just check in again and see, is it really, what do you call it, care C? And immediately, even before I even got the question out, my ankle, on the inside of my ankle got stroked, and my my baby toe on my left foot's being gripped onto right now. So I'm getting Job Care C. So I hope that ends up being correct, and thank you for asking. Hi, Billy. How are you? So Billy's saying, hi, everybody. Hi, Billy. Can you pull a card for me? Just want to make sure if I'm doing everything okay, or is there something I need to know? Thank you. Okay. Let's see here. I feel like I'm getting the prompt to pull from both, like, so the two decks that I got prompted to pull is, again, my Archangel deck, which just character role play games. We're all angels, archangels, it's all God source, so we can all do the same thing. There's literally no difference. And then my Angels of Light deck, and I'm getting the feeling to pull from both for you. So let's see what happens here. And then, as always, the way I do my card readings, yes, I look at the books that come with it, but what happens is it gets basically highlighted and rewritten and whatnot that I'm supposed to share and not share. My foot's getting tickled, thank you. And then I also receive what's inside myself, and I also get physical confirmation. So, all right, so, oops, I just went to say message for Billy, and immediately one just popped out. So there we go. So we got one. So, message, reminder. I'll just do one more shuffle through after this if there's anything else in this deck. Okay, we got one more. And I also never take, if more than 3 pop out, I never take it. I'll put them back. So, and I kind of feel like I'm not going to get another one. No, okay, I didn't think so. Okay, so we got 2 from the Archangel deck, and then let me just see what comes with this one here. And as always, oops, I almost dropped them. As always, there is 1 card left in the box when I pulled it out, and if a card is left in the box, I always take that as one I'm supposed to share. So I'll put that to the side to share with you in a second. And then I'm just pulling out, there's several like specific Archangel cards that just talk about the Archangels, and I don't indulge in that because, again, it's a lot of like, they shield you and this one shields you and this one does that. None of that's actually true. It's all just illusion, ego gameplay, so I don't indulge in that. Alright, so again, any message, reminders, advice for Billy through these. We'll see if anything pops out. Oh, there's one. And I'll do one more shuffle through, see if anything else pops out. Again, I kind of feel like it's no, it's not. Okay. All right. So, like, where did I put my book? All right. So the first one here, we'll start with, oh, that's funny. Kind of, yes, I was flipping through, but then it like kind of stopped at the page that like I didn't mean to. I saw it, like the way it stopped. I was like, oh, that's it. Okay. So, the first one here from the Archangel deck is Lady Gaia. And if it's backwards, I apologize, but it's Lady Gaia. And So it's the reminder that, so first of all, there's the reminder that any quote unquote challenges are lessons. And the main lesson is to remember that all is God, you are God, everything is energy, you're one with playing as you allow. And then the reminder that you're loved. And it says you're loved and welcome on Earth, but that's just, it's not like Earth is just a story and a costume and a character as well. It's really the reminder of how unconditionally loved you are always. So it's talking about here, again, I'm just seeing what's being highlighted, so just bear with me. All right, so okay, so it's the reminder that everything that you're navigating through, you playing with this illusion, you playing as the character that you're playing as, everything you're navigating through, you signed up for all of it. Oh, fuck, sorry. Just tickled the heel of my foot. So there's strong physical confirmation with that. So, very strong reminder there that everything in all of this, you signed up for all of it. You're the script writer, the director, the producer, the actors, the music, the scenery, all of it. You're all of it. You agreed to it, and it's not just agreed, you're making it up. You're imagining this inside yourself. We're not even spirit inside a body. We're spirit imagining these costumes, characters, and stories inside ourselves. So let's see here. Okay, so then it's talking about if there's some sort of, okay, so if you're going through it, yeah, my big toe just got poked. So I'm receiving that you're going through some sort of struggle or challenge in some form. Even if it's not necessarily very recent, it could be like something lingering. But essentially, what it's saying here is this repetitive? Is this a pattern? Are you being called to? So it's basically it's talking about being aware of the fact that it's a loop of an illusion that you're choosing to cling to, and so the Zoom note truth is opportunity to do mental cleanup on it, to let this go and allow what's real to take over. And so within the illusion, so forgiveness is never needed. We don't even need to, one of the things we can bypass is forgiveness, because when we remember that no wrong is being done and no forgiveness is needed, if we can tap into and allow that, then we don't need to play with forgiveness. That being said, in this illusion, forgiveness can be helpful. And so I'm getting that feeling, that prompt of learning to forgive yourself and learning to forgive others, while working, my foot just got tickled, thank you. Some more confirmation on that, while working on tapping into and allowing the fact that forgiveness isn't even needed. And then I just got stroked right here. So I'm getting lots of physical confirmation about this. And let's see here. And then there's it's a very zoomed down way of saying it, so I'm not going to say what it's being said in here, but essentially it's the reminder of, as you do this mental cleanup, like, again, first fully face, feel, and embrace where you're playing pretend at, but as you do the mental cleanup and let this stuff go, surrender, focus on love and truth and whatnot, these illusions of these challenges and struggles and whatnot does melt away, and you do allow that peace and joy and calm that we are within yourself, and then it's reflected back out to your technically made up others. And then there's that whole aspect of and it says it won't return, and that's because that is the melting of the loop away, because the loop is a return. But when we do that work and we melt it away, there is no loop, there is no return, because the loop is gone. And technically the loop never even existed in the first place. Yeah, so then it's just, again, a very zoomed down way of, again, the reminder that what you truly are within and underneath all of these costume characters and stories, but what you truly are within yourself is this divine light, is God, is source. And when it says master them, but like when you do this work to allow what you truly are to shine within yourself, again, I just said it, but again, we do quote unquote project. There is no external, but we quote unquote project that out and reflect it back at us, and then you have what we truly are reflecting back at you. So there's all those reminders there with that. And then the second card that came out is, just give me a second here. There we go. Archangel Faith. So it's talking about with faith you're invincible, and it says believe in yourself. Yes, there's a level of like believing in yourself as the character, but then also there's that aspect of going beyond that and letting go of the character and believing, and what really anchoring onto instead, believing in thyself, having faith in thyself, our true self, God's source self. So it's talking about okay, sorry, just give me a second. It's kind of being skipped over and rewritten, so just give me a second while it's all being redone here for me to reiterate to you. Right. Okay, so essentially it's talking about, it's a very zoomed down way of, in the book it's a very zoomed down way of talking about how having blind faith is illusion, but the truth in our heart is what's true. So essentially it's talking about with what's true, it's 100% certain and a rock solid foundation for anything you wish to do or create. So it's essentially, it's giving the reminder of when we play with ego and operate through that, when we put that, and that's where the blind faith comes in, is when we put faith in ego, because ego is blind, it's insane. And that's where we get the ups and downs, which again is not wrong or bad, but it does bring the illusion of struggle, pain, attack, all of that stuff. But when we put our faith and trust in what we truly are and surrender it and allow that to shine through, that's when we get all that goodness without opposition. That's where we get where we actually, because the creation is within what we truly are. We make believe with illusion, but we create in what we truly are. It's not like there's actually anything that, because what we are is whole, holy, and perfect always. But when we're playing with the game of creation, it's more under truth. This is where it gets a little, I have a hard time even being able to fully, like, I'm receiving, but there's a bit of a blockage because the ego can't comprehend this, because it's like kind of a paradox and it's contradictory and it doesn't really make sense because my ego can't understand it. So it's on one end, it's like there's nothing to create because we're whole, and perfect always, whole, holy, and perfect always. But within this truth gameplay of creation, like that's under truth, it's under love. But when we go into make-believe and putting faith and trust in the ego instead of what we truly are, that's where, like I said, we get these up and downs. So it's talking about, yeah, so again, it's essentially talking about with anything in your life, put your faith and trust and surrender into what we truly are. Yes, embrace where we're playing at, let yourself feel it, all of that stuff, don't resist it, face it. But then when you're ready, put your faith and trust and surrender into what you truly are, and that's when the natural flow comes, and along with that comes that goodness without opposition. So I hope that's all making sense and resonating. And then, sorry, I just gotta, there we go. And then the other two cards here that we got, the first one, so the one that was in the box that I showed you, again, it's probably blurry and backwards, but it's abundance. So it's talking about, this is actually funny because it kind of just flows from the card that I just talked about, because I just talked about how having faith and trust in what we actually are, putting yourself, allowing that natural flow and going with that, and that brings us the goodness of opposition. It talks about it's time for your life to flow with prosperity, love, and success. So you draw from the limitless universal pool according to your belief in how much you deserve. So it's a little zoomed down, but it's talking about essentially what I was just saying. When you let yourself go into the natural flow, you allow that limitless abundance that we truly are together as one, and there's no drop down with that, there's no opposition with that. So that's really cool. And And again, this also comes from, this is why the mental cleanup is important, because when we cling on to the ego lies of, you know, I don't deserve, then that's when we receive the whole illusion of limitation, and we don't allow ourselves to receive because we believe we don't deserve it. But in truth, what is even deserving? All is with all always, all is within all always. It's not a matter of bringing something to oneself. It's a matter of allowing what's already here for everybody. And you are ready to allow this true abundance that's actually here. But you got to remember, again, it's for all. It's not just for myself, it's for thyself. Yeah, and then it's talking about allow yourself to feel and know that how not just surrounded, but how much you are just this love, and let yourself, like, allow it, be open to it, let it shine through you, and again, project out and reflect back. So again, it's all kind of like reflecting like the other cards that we just went through as well. This is kind of funny. It's flowing off of these. Yeah, and then again, it's a bit more zoomed down way, essentially talking about following joy and love. And then also remembering, again, gratitude is what we are. So it's not like you're doing wrong if you don't remember to give thanks. It's just, again, being in that space of love, and just, because when we, again, it's the whole point of reflection. So if we're going to, you know, just kind of let ourselves be on autopilot and not really acknowledge, you know, when we do allow what's really here, we can put up blocks with that and whatnot. So being in that place of gratitude, focusing in on what we're allowing under truth, and you know, giving thanks for that. Again, it's not that we have to, we are that gratitude. It can just be helpful in this. But sitting with love with it. And then you can do one of the things, so I just got the prompt of one of the things that I do with the One Self-Care app is, one of the affirmations is, oh my God, I just lost it. Right, sorry, thank you. That's because it's under gratitude. I say every night, I'm grateful for everything that I have, and I'm ready to receive more, allow more. So that's something that you can say as well with that. And then the other card here is understanding. And this one, that's funny, this flows off of the other cards too. It's talking about examining yourself in your current situation, so you have a clear awareness of the underlying reasons for your challenges and situations. So again, it's just that reminder of you're here, you signed up for all of it, and any challenges or struggles that you have are lessons, and it's opportunity to do that mental cleanup. Like, so understanding, fully feeling, facing, embracing the thoughts and feelings that are coming with it, and doing that mental cleanup on it to let that loop, that illusion loop go. Let's see here. Yeah, that's essentially it. So that's really cool. I know that there's more written on there, but it's all zoomed down stuff, essentially saying the same thing. So that's really cool. Those cards all just flowed together. That's really cool. So thank you again for asking me that. And I'm gonna probably end this soon because it's been almost an hour and 20, and I'm kind of feeling like I'm gonna be needing to go to the bathroom, and I'm getting warm. So actually I can turn my fan off. I'm starting to sweat a bit. Not that you guys needed to know that, but now you do, so there you go. Okay, so Latoya says, LO makes sense. I appreciate it. I'm so glad. Thank you. Oh, hey, Kimberly. How are you? And Latoya, yeah, you can ask another question. Like I said, I might wrap this up soon, but if you want to ask a question, go ahead. Loyal says both our remote care C did contact me recently. Oh, well, there you go. That's really cool. Thank you for sharing that. And then they're also saying it seems like a good company. That's awesome. I'm really glad to hear that, and that's really cool that they contacted you. So a bit more of confirmation on that. So that's cool. Vibing Life says she doesn't mind if you want to ask the other question. Absolutely not. I don't mind. So Billy is giving smiles. And all right, let's see here. Hey Penny, how are you? Thank you for joining. So she's saying, hi there, my house makes a lot of popping noises. I used to attribute it to house settling, drying out from winter. Just wondering if these popping noises are spirit trying to get my attention. It's funny because I actually had that a lot in the past, especially in the winter. I've had a lot of popping and cracking in my place, which seems to have calmed down now that it's gotten warm. So, but I've also been in that space of, I wonder how much of that spirit. So there's definitely a synchronicity there with that. Let's see. Okay, so again, we're always going to get these reminders through me because of where we're at. So first of all, and I'm going to see if we can get something a bit more zoomed down, but I am getting that that my toes are getting gripped onto on my left foot again as I'm saying this. I am getting that reminder of how this is all a dream we're making up, and so it's all energy playing as you're allowing it. So it's really you making the popping noises technically, but I'm trying to get a more zoomed down response. I'm actually really distracted right now because it's kicking in that I do need to go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna probably actually have to end this. I am so sorry. Okay, Penny, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give you an answer in the comments and in the description rather. So when this uploads, I'll give you that, and then I'll also look through the rest of these, and I'll see what I'll try to get through the rest of these comments in, I don't know, I need to go to the bathroom, but I don't want to end it though, because I want to get through these questions. Okay. I'm trying to surrender it and just I'm like, I am controlling my body. My body does not control me. Okay, popping noises, spirit or house? Okay, again, so it's more like my baby toes getting gripped onto, and then the bottom of my foot feels like there's it's being held. So with that, what I'm receiving is it feels like it's a mix of both. So again, the zoomed out reminder, it's all oneself, spirit, God. With that being said, within the illusion here a little bit, what I'm receiving feeling is that it's kind of like a mix of both. It does feel like a lot of it is the house. At the same time, I got a visual of like a hand like knocking. So it does feel like there's like sometimes some of that, if popping or tapping, that it is spirit being playful. Trust yourself. I am getting trust yourself, and remember, as long as it's loving, it's a reflection of truth. If it's not loving in any way, if it's annoying or if it's scary or whatever, like that's not truth. That's ego going off, which isn't wrong or bad. It's just important to recognize that. So again, if I'm getting that wrong, I apologize, but my foot's getting played with, so thank you. And then Penny saying, love all of your social media platforms. So thank you, I really appreciate that. I'm in the illusion of needing to hear that, so thank you, I really appreciate it. And then Latoya is saying here, let's see, oops, sorry. Do my son's father, Tay, wants to come towards me or be missing me, his energy towards my energy on this, not a relationship question, just curious. I'm sorry, Latoya, would you mind kind of restating your question? I'm not understanding what you're asking. Does he want you to come toward you or being missing you? His energy towards mine on this. I'm sorry, I'm not quite sure what you're asking. I apologize. Would you mind like restating your question? I'm so sorry. Vibing life. Look, you felt awkward and people are here now asking you questions. I did feel awkward and people are asking questions. I'm happy. Yes, thank you. It worked out. See? I'll go back and re-listen to what you told me as well. Take care and have a good day. Blessings. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I know I'm glad I stuck it out. It's just hard when people aren't saying anything at first. No one's popping in, and especially when it starts getting 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm glad I stuck it out. So thank you. Billy saying, love your cards. Pretty, thank you. I do. I do love these cards as well. I mean, I know they're not necessarily needed, but they're a fun tool, and it's pretty cool when stuff comes through, and they are nice. Especially my Archangel deck is pretty. Kimberly saying yes, that has helped me get through my life with my husband. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. And Penny is saying, sometimes it feels awkward to ask questions. I know I do. Don't ever feel like you need to ask words. Don't ever feel like you need to feel awkward asking questions. Like, I love it when people, I want you guys to ask questions. I feel so beyond awkward when people are not asking questions. I don't really know what to do with myself when I'm live and people aren't saying anything. So yeah, no, I like the questions. So and again, if you're feeling awkward about anything, again, opportunity mental cleanup to let that go. So because it's just an ego lie, and the ego lies, when a not good feeling, an ego lie pops up like that, all it is, it's an alarm clock pinging us the fact that we are believing a lie from ego, and it is opportunity to do mental cleanup. It's a helpful tool. That's all that those illusion negative feelings are. Oops. Hey, Angie, hello, how are you? They're saying, hi there, may I please get a read on my connection with Nas? How's he truly feeling about me, please and thanks. Okay, let's see. Truly feeling about her. Okay, you can tell me this makes sense, but I got a visual of, like, now it's not really anyone specific or detailed or anything, but it's like I'm just, my foot's getting tickled, there's physical confirmation, so it's like someone like going hee 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 hee, like that. It's like kind of like that, it feels like that, like school kid kind of crush, like young love kind of giggly butterfly feelingness, maybe a bit awkward. It feels very kind of light like that, if that makes sense. And again, I hope I'm getting that right, but my foot got tickled, so I'm gonna go with that and see what you have to say. I hope that makes sense and resonates. So it definitely, it does feel like that kind of like young crush kind of. Katy Perry's Teenage Dream just started playing in my head. You make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. So there you go. Latoya, I posted a quick yes or no question. Yeah, does he want to come towards you? I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're meaning by that. If he wants to come towards you, I'm so sorry. I don't know what you mean by that. If you wouldn't mind explaining. And Billy's saying thank you. You're very welcome. Kimberly saying go to the bathroom, come back. I would prefer not to do that right now, but thank you. And then Latoya, yes, no question. Does my son's father Tay want to come back towards me, like come back around to me? Does he miss me? Oh, like to be with you? Like, do you mean like to be in a relationship with you? And again, I'm so sorry. I'm not, I feel really bad that I wasn't understanding. I do apologize for that. And thank you for clarifying. So does he want you to come back? So as I'm assuming you mean to be in a relationship with you and if he misses you. My toes are getting gripped onto again. So let's see what I'm receiving or allowing about that. I do feel like there is a missing, like I'm feeling like that ache in the heart. When like he'll think about you at times, and there can be that ache in that heart, like he'll think about those good moments that you guys have together, and that ache and that missing kicks in. Which it feels like when that kicks in, he does have those thoughts about being in a relationship with you again. But then it's spinning to, and the grip on my toes just got really strong now, but it's now spinning to focusing on you, because that's really what we're meant to do, is focus on oneself, because what matters is what you're thinking and feeling about it. Because again, he's technically a character that you're one with playing as you're allowing, so what matters is what you're thinking and feeling about it. From if you're wanting to be with him to not wanting to be with him, if there's any kind of tension feelings that you're feeling about this, doing that mental cleanup to let that go and surrender it. I am getting that feeling of a fondness there. Like I'm not receiving like a lot of like where he's sitting in a lot of like, constant anger and resentment or anything like that. Like I do get that feeling of fondness. and openness. So I hope that makes sense. Not a relationship though. Okay, so that's why I'm not. That's because I wasn't necessarily receiving that he's constantly going, I want to be in a relationship with her. It is that feeling when he thinks about those good moments. It can tap into missing you and having that relationship and whatnot, if that makes sense. And then Angie's saying, yes, it resonates. It's very light at the moment. Just want to know if things will progress. My toe just got played with. Will things progress? I just got a visual of like a candlelit dinner, a romantic candlelit dinner. See, I'm hesitant on saying, oh, my fingers are getting gripped onto. I'm hesitant on saying this. I'm like, what if I get it? What if I'm getting it wrong? Because I just, along that visual, I just saw him on like, on one knee, like proposing, like opening up like the little ring box. So if I'm getting that right, and I mean my hands are getting gripped onto and my toe is being held and my knee just got stroked, or my leg right underneath my knee just got stroked. So the physical confirmations are saying that there is going to be progress with this relationship. It is going to get stronger and build up into something more. But again, if I'm ever getting any of this wrong, I deeply apologize. So thank you. And then Latoya's saying, thank you so much. You're so very welcome. Thank you so much for asking. And thank you, Angie, for asking as well. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Kimberly, for popping in and you know, speaking up and whatnot and vibing life. And I forgot. I can't remember what her name is. I know, but I know. I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Aditi. I was gonna say Aditi, but I was like, and even then, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. Thank you to Billy. Thank you to everyone. Thank you all of you guys for popping in, asking questions. I think I'm going to end it now because, like I said, I need to go to the bathroom. And I've been doing this for about an hour and a half. There's that part of me that doesn't want to head off, but I probably should. So, I will do that. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate all of this and all of you. And again, I know it sounds like I'm kind of saying it on autopilot, but I genuinely do mean it. I really do appreciate all of you guys more than I can say. I appreciate, you know, your questions. I appreciate your compliments. I appreciate you liking and subscribing. I appreciate you watching and listening. I appreciate all of you so much, and just thank you, because you guys are, you know, helping me to help myself with having more confidence in this. And plus, you know, everything is reminders for myself as well and whatnot. I recognize these are all my reflections. So, Angie's saying, oh my God, thank you so much, sweetheart, for your insight. Oh, you're so welcome. Appreciate your time. You're so welcome. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. And Kimberly saying, love you too. Thank you, Kimberly. And Billy sending a big smile and a heart. Do that. Heart back. I'm not good at that. But no, honestly, thank you guys. I really appreciate you all very much. And yeah. So I think that's it. I'm always awkward when I'm trying to wrap up. I ramble, I know, but that's okay. I'm trying to anchor on to how that's okay. But anyway, thank you guys all very much. And I will go live again at some point. And I do feel like I'm going to be making a pre-recorded video and uploading that tonight or within the next 24 hours, depending on the situation here. So far, my neighbors who live above me have not come back home yet, so if it stays that way, my foot just got tickled, so it feels like there's going to be space to do a pre-recorded video, so stay tuned for that. And again, with Julie's YouTube and the Gang of Rhythm song, I'll put those links in the description as well. So thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Stay tuned for more lives and more videos, and as always, have a wonderful now. Bye.